What's going on, guys? Ben here, and today we are looking at the newly dropped trailer from the day before, and that is still its name. They have won the rights apparently to use the name. So if you're not familiar, this is a game that was meant to come out in April. It was the most wishlisted game on Steam, and then there was a trademark dispute as we were getting closer and closer to the release date without any kind of idea of when it was, if it was actually even happening. And to the surprise of no one, it was delayed, and it was delayed until November 10th. I included it in my recent kind of games coming in November video as a kind of maybe, and we just got confirmation that it has been pushed back again, but only by a month. It will be coming out on the 7th of December on Steam in early access. It is relisted back on Steam, and the name has remained the same. There were rumors they were going to change the name to Dayworld, but they have kept the name. They've managed to sort that all out, and they dropped a new trailer in anticipation of the game launch. So I thought we'd just watch the trailer, pick it apart a little bit, not in a bad way, just having a little look at some of the bits and my initial thoughts of what I've seen in the trailer, and yeah, we can go from there. This game is going to be coming out, like I said, 7th of December. They mentioned on their like little release thing on Steam, like the little community tab bit, that it's going to be $39 early access, $49 full release. So that's probably going to be about $34.99 and $44.99 respectively in Great British pounds. Depends how much content's there. Let's have a look and see what they're offering. Let's have a look and explore that, and then we can go into our kind of thoughts and feelings about the game and see how it goes. So let's get started.
The Day Before offers a uniquely reimagined journey into post-apocalyptic MMO open-world survival, artfully developed by FNTASTIC and brought to you by the publisher
Looks a bit like Verdansk from Call of Duty. A little bit.
Tona. The open world of The Day Before is
some
beautiful
zombies.
and richly detailed, set in the present day on the U.S. East Coast, following a deadly pandemic.
It's got some nice shots. It looks quite nice. I think there's a little bit of a downgrade, I think, from the trailer they dropped ages ago, but that might be because it was more of a confined, like that was just the level. As the game gets bigger for the system requirements and stuff like that, and optimization, it is early access, remember. Maybe things will get improved slightly, but it doesn't look like a bad looking game from the size of things at the moment. Got some nice kind of shots and stuff like that. Yeah, lighting looks quite nice, varied as well. We're out of the city on this one. We saw some shots in the city and stuff. New Fortune City. Okay.
The game begins after you are rescued by the survivors of the Woodbury colony, your new refuge and safe home.
From now on, the doors of Woodbury will always be open to you.
But first, you will create your unique character.
Okay, so we got character creator. There's a bit of uncanny valley with the eyes, I think. But that's not too bad. Body type, your voice. Some different face presets from the looks of it. Not able to change individual stuff yet. Skin, makeup, and hair. Okay, so it looks like we just create a face kind of preset at the moment. Remains to be seen if, like, a full release, there's more of a full, like, cheek sliders, lip sliders, and all that kind of stuff. This looks like a set of some preset faces and some randomized ones as well. But yeah, not looking too bad, actually. Okay.
Select a personality, choose a gender, and customize every
scars,
detail, immersing
facial
yourself
freckles.
in our vision of post-apocalyptic America. Woodbury survivors are working to rebuild the community, constantly needing supplies, building materials, and various items.
This is giving me the Division 2 kind of vibes. You've got like all the Division in general. You have the hub area, and then you leave that hub area, and you'll do quests and things like that, and that's where all the danger is. But you can come back in here, and depending on if it is like the Division, majority of people you won't be able to interact with them, or they'll have nothing to say. and then a handful of people will have some quests and stuff like that. Does seem quite cool though. Looks like we've got a couple of little shops as well on the right hand side there. Lighting seems quite cool. Apocalyptic, but the power's still on. That's not a problem. They got the generator going maybe. Little help each other sign there in the middle left. And you can see the gear as well. We've got the guns on both sides. Third person kind of walking around here as well. Pretty cool. We did see, I think briefly earlier in the trailer that it went first person, right? Or actually it was kind of looking close. So I wonder if there's like over the shoulder aiming and first person aiming. Yeah, looking quite nice at the moment.
Your main task is to bring as much valuable loot as possible. And in
Now we're
return,
talking.
you'll be rewarded with the local currency known as Woodbury coins.
Okay, so I'm guessing that's what the Woodbury coins are up here. We got some food items here, Lola Cola. We got some baked beans. And we got some bandages and stuff like that. Some ammo, police vest. Looks like the inventory system is kind of just, you know, all in one backpack. It's not like a DayZ or a PUBG where you got like pockets and things to put things in and stuff like that. Like in the actual clothing itself. Behind my camera, there is actually, let me just hide that quickly. Behind my camera, there is a pocket section. A little bit like the pocket section in Tarkov, perhaps, where you can put like grenades and like maybe a bandage in there, and then maybe it can be assigned a keybind, I'm imagining. That's what that's for. We've got our two weapons there as well. Got a knife for melee. And it looks like it's just like upper body, lower body for the cosmetic, probably. I don't know if there might be stats behind those. Kind of always, I like what Cyberpunk did with it, where they made the clothing not have stats anymore, and it's their more cosmetic choice. That is cool. Not a fan of the clothing items having an actual heavy effect on the game, because then you can't really express yourself or your character in that way. However, body armor, I expect that will have durability, hopefully, like the rig, and the backpack as well probably changes the size of the tiles, and which I'm guessing is what this 36 out of 72 is up top here. Oh, let me just go back quick. There we go. Yeah, you can see actually as we drag the med pack in,
with the local currency.
it goes to 34. So yeah, that takes up the 4 slots. So we got 72 slots in total. And we got a helmet on there as well. Down here on the bottom left, we do have our health, energy, and hydration. Guessing the energy is our food. Hydration, obviously, for our thirst and stuff like that. And we got the food items here as well. Curious how quick those deplete and whether the food kind of can lower hydration. Bit like in Tarkov again, like the saltier foods actually take a hit on hydration. And if we actually have like if there's a stat behind the scenes of like how that decreases, is that, you know, more sprinting, exertion, and taking damage, does that lower those stats, those kind of meters more? And then health, healing. On the one hand, I'm quite intrigued because I'm like, okay, we got some, like, we got the pills, the Tylenol kind of thing. We got some stims, we got bandage. You know, as a Tarkov player here, I'm like enjoying seeing this at the moment, because I'm like, oh, that's cool. But then it's just 100 health out of 100 health. Is it just a case of the stims might have buffs, but like a bandage is plus 10? The little mini kind of IFAK is like a plus 25 health, and then maybe the big one's like plus 75. Is that how it's going to be, or are we going to have like an actual medical healing thing? Are we going to have like breaks, bleeds, those kind of things, contusions, and certain things are going to sort those out. Might be just that it just heals health at the outset. Don't know what their plans are with the healings thing, but yeah, interesting. And we've also got a variety of different bullets here and shells. We've got a shotgun pump action there as well, and we've got a police Kevlar vest and some grenades as well. So I'm imagining the grenades can be moved to the pockets probably. And I'd imagine the pocket would be keybinds, unless they make the pockets like a key items thing, maybe for like keys and stuff. Not too sure. We got the day and Wednesday, and it being sunny, or during the day maybe. Don't know what the star is. Star could be level maybe. No, we wouldn't be level 0, would we? So I'm not too sure about that. And then obviously we've got a weight. So we've both got a weight limit, and we've got a the actual like slots limit, which is probably limited by the backpack and the rig. Yeah, interesting. interesting for now. Like I said, I'm not sure how deep the systems are going to go at the moment, and I guess that's going to be part of the early access. Is there might be some, a bit like what Tarkov did as well. You know, have some systems in there, and then evolve on those systems based on player feedback and their general kind of roadmap.
Known as Woodbury coins.
Who the hell needs your junk?
Keep track of your health, hunger, and thirst indicators. And remember, dangers are everywhere here, ranging from the vicious infected to other players.
Oh, so we do have first person. We do have aim down sight.
We've designed survival in this world to be a thrilling experience. The weapons.
So textures in the LOD look a little bit off there. Like I said, I guess they're like, you know, this is because it's early access, because it's not coming out as like a full title or we're ready. I am cutting it more slack.
Which can be modified.
Actually, let's go back there quickly.
In this world to be a thrilling experience.
There we go. So we can change the magazine between the PMag and the STANAG. Presumably we left click to inspect it, and then we can change the sight and the grip and the compensator and all that kind of stuff as well. Weapons do have durability. We've got 1,000 out of 1,000 there, so presumably the armor has that as well. We got the weight of the weapon, the size of the slots it takes, and then we got the damage, distance, stability, and fire rate being bars rather than actual figures. I'd rather them be like hard numbers. But yeah, I mean, I guess that's like quicker at a glance to see how powerful that is and stuff like that. That's quite cool to see.
The weapons, which can be modified, are made with maximum realism
to
ensure that combat remains deep and engaging at all times. Each weapon boasts unique characteristics, as well as realistic reload and recoil mechanics. Completing various...
Okay, so we got the quest kind of screen here. Woodbury has a job for you, up for a new task, all getting 400 Woodbury coins per one.
Community tasks also presents an opportunity to earn Woodbury coins.
Okay.
Well, who do I see here? How's it going, my friends?
Woodbury coins can be exchanged
so we got the shop here.
For ammo, from regular to armor-piercing, weapons, protective equipment, backpacks, food.
And food as well. Okay, so, I mean, if we were just looking at some of this, like the food, super cheap there as well. We go back here as well, all the backpacks and the armor. Not too expensive. I mean, 2 quests, it like gets you like some body armor pretty much, which is quite good. We've also got the stuff that's in our backpack, and we can see some more grenades, another weapon, some first aid kits, some more kind of food here, and some crisps or chips, as you Americans like to say. So yeah, we've got some more items here that we can see as well, and again, different plethora of different ammo and shells as well, which I'm really liking. Wouldn't be surprised if this is kind of like a Division Tarkov inspired baby with a little bit of DayZ thrown in at the moment.
Armor piercing, weapons, protective equipment, backpacks,
that's quite cool as well.
Food, drinks, and medicines. Spa access to relax, and a gym to work out.
Just working out with our hard hat on. This guy on the treadmill, doing his this guy on his little bike machine with his little what's that called again? What are those hats called? I can't remember. It's got like the little swamp hats kind of things. It's gone out of my head now. Okay, so there's like probably a skill building system, because this does say it's an open world MMO. But doesn't Division 2 kind of says it's an MMO as well, right? A bit like how Destiny says it's an MMO. I'm hoping the PvP in this is optional, a bit like New World, where you can step out and don't have to worry about fighting other players, or there's a designated zones where you can fight other players. Because the PvP in this game does not interest me. I would love to be able to run around with a few friends with this and just explore and have fun, rather than having to PvP like at every corner. A bit like how DayZ feels sometimes. But with that comes the charm and the stories of meeting those people, you know. So I'll be interested to see how they approach it. At the moment, it feels a bit more like a Division 2, where maybe there's specific zones where you can come across people and challenge them for a fight maybe. But in general, it's you in your world.
Safeguard your accumulated items by
We do have a
storing them
stash,
in
okay.
secure storage.
Some more armor and backpacks.
Exchange Woodbury coins for cars to swiftly collect loot and access.
Okay, so this was the bit, I think end of August or July, IGN had a short, like 40-second trailer from the day before. This was after all the delays and everything happened, and it was just them with that orange kind of Lambo looking car just driving around the city, and it was like, oh, like this is a feature. And this is the one bit for me that I'm like, where have these apocalypse kind of ridden citizens got these sports cars from, and the fuel, and they're just selling them for Woodbury coins? And I don't know, I get like, I thought it, you know, I get like State of Decay kind of style where you'd have like, you know, just you can find the trucks and the fuel and find working ones, bring them back, maybe repair them. Intrigued by the car system in this, but I guess it's a solution to further wider travel throughout the city and outside the city. As we saw at the beginning, there's other areas that aren't in the urban kind of downtown area. So yeah, intrigued by this. I can almost see this having like some arcadey, like a bit like Grand Theft Auto, like the kind of race missions, or like hit the checkpoints and like drive past all 7 checkpoints and stuff. But I don't know, this is the bit that like jars me a bit with the immersion compared to everything we've seen so far. Like Zombie Apocalypse World, great. Fast and Furious, not so much.
Distant, hard to reach locations.
This is quite nice.
You will receive your own ranch, where you can purchase and upgrade houses, as well as install furniture and decorations.
Nice, okay. We can just buy the items straight from there. You don't have to like find them or
serves
anything.
as your cozy, safe oasis amidst the post-apocalyptic chaos. Welcome to the next generation of post.
So that's quite nice, like having a little kind of probably instanced area, maybe just for you, or friends can come and visit it as well. But like the housing system in Final Fantasy 14, or even in New World and stuff like that, like just having your own kind of area where you can decorate it to your heart's content. Gives us something to spend those Woodbury coins on as well. I'm guessing, you know, there's only so much armor and stuff as well, and gives you something to kind of build and show off. Made it seem like there's multiple different areas you can have your ranches and stuff as well, so that's quite cool too. Yeah, and then obviously we get a nice view of the city here, of New Fortune City. We've got a parking lot down there, the bridge, some warehouses and stuff. And a lot of these, this is the intriguing bit, a lot of these, apparently you can just go into these buildings and stuff. Not sure how true that is in terms of, yes, you can go into every single building. We'll just have to see with that. I imagine there's going to be a lot of the buildings blocked off and kind of thing, and access barred and stuff, as we'd expect. But yeah, this looks pretty good. I know this game is getting a lot of flack, a lot of stick, a lot of skepticism, and that's not completely gone away. This is a big task for them to pull off, but early access, they've pulled it together. I'm giving them a chance of this. I want to see how it's going to be. I'm intrigued. This is one of those games that could be mostly negative on Steam at launch, could be mixed, which is where I'm thinking it probably might be, and you know, could even be like a mostly positive, oh my god, it's actually really good. And a lot of people then are kind of eating their words of, you know, doubt at this stage. But yeah, I mean, if it can run well and it has a decent area for us to play in to begin with, and it's got some progression systems and stuff, my thing is there's no roadmap yet. As far as I've seen, there's no, okay, what's next? What is the plan? What's your 12-month roadmap? What features are in? Is the whole map available? Is it only a portion of the map at launch? And then as it, you know, is there a story mode? Is that coming later? Like, is there a campaign? Or is it just side missions at the moment? kind of like, you know, Tarkov launched with a map and a couple of quests and some bits and pieces, and then each update it adds stuff and builds out the beta early access kind of thing. So yeah, I'm intrigued with this one. Very intrigued with the PvP prospect as well. Is it going to be mandatory PvP? Is it, can you have instance, like invite your friends and you just hang out in here? Very intrigued with that. There's some questions that haven't necessarily been answered, I guess, so far.
Post-apocalyptic MMO open world survival games like no.
I see a helicopter in the distance there as well. Is there flight? Maybe you can find a helicopter and fly around.
Ever before. Immerse yourself in the day before.
Okay.
The day before, early access December 7.
Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna give this a go. This looks pretty good, to be fair. This looks like something I would want to try and enjoy. Okay, so just before we jump onto the Steam page very quickly, the day before the Steam page, this is where the website takes you. Basically, the website basically is just here. Apparently going to come to GeForce Now. Apparently going to be it will come to next gen consoles. It does say that on the Steam page. I think they said here on there, we're back. They said the next gen console version will come with the full release. So early access is Steam only to begin with. December 7th is the new release date, and they do confirm $39 early access, $49 full release. And obviously, like normal, if you buy the early access, you don't need to repurchase or anything like that. And they are calling it an open world MMO survival. My thing is just, you know, is it server based? Is it instance based? Is it log in, log out? You know, like 1 minute cooldown to log out and stuff like that, or you can die and do you have to go back to a safe zone? You know, how is that working? Or is it very much like Division kind of way where it's kind of connected but not connected at the same time? Modest specs here. I don't think this is, I'm intrigued by this because it's like what, an i7 8700, a 1080 Ti, and this is for high quality settings apparently. We'll have to see how optimized it is. Low quality, it's like a GTX 1060 and an i5 8400. This is going to be what makes or breaks it, I think. How frequent is the content going to be? Their communication hasn't been great so far. They've been very last minute with things. I think there's a lot of, probably if anything, there's a lot of people excited for this game, but there's a lot of distrust. There's a lot of like skepticism, like I said earlier, that's not there at the moment. There's just not as much belief there in the developers. So interesting, to say the least. I'm looking forward to this. I think I'll pick this up and give it a go. And on Steam, you've got the 2-hour refund policy, so if it runs really badly or it's just absolutely awful, you know, we've had some weird releases this year. We've also had that King Kong game recently, the Gollum game. We had Dead Matter early access beta thing that was like an absolute horror as well, not in a good way. This could be one of those. It could also be, and what I'd like to believe at this stage, it could also be a really good time. So we're going to leave it there. I'm looking forward to this. 7th of December 2023, and they've kept the name as well. Awesome stuff. I'm looking forward to this. If you had it wishlisted before, it should still be wishlisted for you now. But yeah, I can't wait. I'm excited to play this. This has been on my list for a while, and I'm glad they managed to sort out what they need to sort out. And I'm trying not to get too excited, but I am a little bit excited. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you going to check this out? Are you on the side Team Skeptic, or are you Team Excited? And yeah, hit a like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Take care.